Man, that be jamming, boy. Oh my God. All right, man. Good to see y'all, man. It's a special episode of Barbershop. We normally do it on Friday. We did one on Friday last night. It was banging. And so I wanted to come over and do one for Saturday as well. And so thank you guys for being here. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and we're going to get this thing started, all right? The first person I want to bring up that's going to be with us tonight is my boy Ronan is in the building tonight. Let's give it up for Ronan. All right, y'all missed them last night. They had a they had a little person's parade last night, and he was the king. And so we want to bring in my brother from another mother. You missed him last night. You see him today. Give it up for Mandrell. Yeah.
Hey, how y'all doing?
What's going on, Mandrell? How you doing, man?
Doing all right.
So thank you guys for being here, man. I want to have this discussion today. And I'm also going to put the link in for other people to join as well. I want this to be a broad conversation tonight because I think it's something to talk about. But first of all, before we get started, Mandrell, how's your day going, man? How's everything going in your life? And then we'll move on to Ronan.
Going all right, you know.
All right, Ronan, what you got going on, brother?
Everything's more laid back today. A lot smoother than yesterday. That's pretty cool.
Okay. Very cool,
man. How about yourself?
Oh, man, I'm doing pretty good, man. Thank you for asking, brother. I appreciate it, man. Mandrell got his glasses on. I ain't seen Mandrell with them glasses on in a minute. Oh, he look professional today. Professor Mandrell in the building today. But yeah, man, thank y'all for being here, man. I want to have, like I said again, have this discussion. Is a black man dating outside of his race equal self-hate to him as a person? My sister Muva started this conversation with me today, and I wanted to get everybody else's thoughts on it, bring it to the YouTube family, and have this discussion. We'll start with Mandrell. Mandrell, is it self-hate if a man dates outside of his race?
No.
We'll get into discussion in a minute. Ronan?
I don't think so.
All right. So, Mandrell, why is that though? If someone asks you why isn't there self-hate? What would you say?
He found a person, fell in love, they got married. I mean, race typically has nothing to do with that. It's not that he doesn't love his people. I mean, it's just luck of the draw. That person just happens to be another race.
Yeah. Some of the things I was hearing is, a lot of men can't handle black women.
Oh my God.
And that's why.
Well, first question is, why do we have to handle you?
There we go.
It's like this, man. I mean, because I hear a lot of nonsense, and here very, very, very recently, I've even figured some shit out and come to a bunch of realizations. A lot of them. You get this whole thing about purpose and all this bullshit. I mean, and people got it wrong. If your mentality's messed up, you got the wrong mentality and outlook on marriage and relationships, no matter who you're with, it's not going to work. But hopefully, the light bulb will come on, just like it did for me, and you'll realize what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? And you can get your shit together before it turns, before it goes ugly. Because if you don't have the right mentality for marriage or for a relationship, it's not going to work no matter who you're with. So that's number one. I mean, but to answer your question, is dating outside your race of self-hate? No. How is it self-hate? How is it? You ask me, how is it not self-hate? Because I just explained it.
Yeah, because that's what the women would.
No, I just explained it. The guy met someone, or ladies too. They met someone. That person just happened to be another race. It had nothing to do with their race, because that's why it has nothing to do with race. That's why it's not self-hate.
Ronan, you can't handle a black woman. That's why you go into another race.
I handle problems.
Same here.
So the whole thing about once someone says like they can't handle me, that already lets me know you're a problem I don't need. But as far as the thing with self-hate, that concerns actions, words, and intent. I've seen people who are self-hating say some things or do some things or show their intentions about things. But I've seen people that marry who they marry, male or female, do y'all thing. That's whatever. But if you're doing doing the most to draw attention to a certain thing, that means you're using that person you're with as a fetish
Yeah,
or a tool of ill intent. So that's where the self-hate comes from.
and again, you going into that situation with the wrong mindset and wrong intentions in that in your example, Ronan.
Yeah.
You know, so wrong intentions, wrong mindset, it equals disaster.
Yeah.
Now, one of the things that stuck out to me when I was talking to my sister, Mr. Bennett, how you doing tonight?
Good.
One of the things that stuck out to me when I was, I'm fixing my camera here, guys, so that's why my camera's off. But one of the things that my sister was saying is that anytime, like, even if you say a white woman's pretty or she's beautiful, or like I told her, I said, listen, it would be nice to be with a woman where if I say, let's go to the beach and let's jump in the ocean and have a swim, that when she came up, she wants not going to tell me no based on the fact that she got a half a pound of weave in her head, right? It will be nice to do that at times. And sometimes it's not the race of the woman, it's the attitude of the woman. Like Mandrell just alluded to, it's the mindset of a woman. Some women have different mindsets and they look at things differently. They talk to men differently. And it's not about, I'm just going seeking these women. It's that the fact that, hey, this is one that just I ran into and this is just what happened. Right? So Mr. Bennett, what are your thoughts? Do you feel like it's self-hate if a black man dates outside of his race?
I'll be honest with you. I was brought up with that. I still, in a lot of cases, I still believe that. I think one thing coming into these spaces and listening to the conversations that we've had as of late, certainly I think there's a dynamic that has changed. Certainly, I think since the 90s, where the divide between black men and black women is such where black men are making taking the agency to look outside and not feeling that they have to be so much race loyal. And I don't even like using the term race because I don't think it exists. I think it's just a European construct. But that being said, I've always seen, going back, and this is before this even problem, go back to the Jack Johnson back in the early 20th century. It was always this idea of perception that light was better or white was better. So for a black man or a person of color anywhere in the world to be with a white or light-skinned woman was a sign of success, or it was a sign of you somehow conquering, or that you're improving yourself by having the ability to date or marry white women. And so I saw that with a lot of athletes from back in the day, or entertainers, or people in the celebrities. It's like, when you get to a certain level in life, I remember Muhammad Ali used to talk about that, how, for a lot of these athletes, even in his day, they thought being with a white woman was a sign of success, that you made it, that you've eliminated racism. And, you even saw with like O.J. Simpson, the idea was like, I'm not black, I'm O.J. And how he validated that. Right. Was being with white, like after he left his first wife, but that seemed to be like exclusively he just started being with white women. So for a lot of us, like coming up in the 80s and in the 90s, just the way we were pro-black to the max, we were taught that the thing to if you really want to insult the people was to go out and mate or marry or have families with white women. But I recognize that, again, the divisions that are now, certainly in the last few years, is such where my mindset's changed to some degree to say, look, find love where you can find it. Look, my desire for my daughters is for them to marry good black men. So, but if you find love somewhere else, I'm not going to say no. If you give me a one word answer, I say no. Marry who you love, and so I'm not going to hold that against you. But if you gave me my preference for my daughters, yes, I'm pro-black to the idea that I want black people marrying and having Black families and Black legacy and so on and so forth. So I want the Black excellence to continue. And yes, you can certainly marry a white woman and technically still have Black children if they so choose to identify as such. But also keep in mind, to me, I don't identify Black or Blackness as a race. Black is an identity. So when you had guys like Tiger Woods talking about, I'm not Black, I'm Asian, or when people start identifying as, not being Black as biracial, again, that's something that we may see more of in the future. But I'm pro-Black to the extent that I want to see Black people, Black families, Black communities grow and flourish. So for me, I'm not going to say that you're necessarily hating yourself, but certainly I'll admit that is something that I grew up with. And so when I used to see images of athletes and entertainers with white women in their arms or whatnot, that used to bother me a lot. And so I might be a little less now, but I would be lying to you if I just still didn't have some of those same thoughts and feelings from back in the day.
Right. And thank you, Primetime, for being here, man. I see the ghost. I see Jay Speed says the same, my brother. Nothing changed but excuses. No, it's being able to have discussions. I'm tired of explaining this, but I'm gonna explain it again. It's all about having discussions about things that are going on right now. There's this big thing about the Passport Brothers. There's a big thing about men are going abroad to find wives. This is a conversation, and so in media, we have the conversations. If we talked about Harriet Tubman every day, we wouldn't, and no one would listen. But we have to discuss the things that are going on right now, and so that's what we're doing. So I appreciate you for being here. If you want to come up, man, please do, man. I would love to have your perspective. I always do. Primetime, man, thank you for being here, man. What are your thoughts on what you heard so far? You're muted, my brother.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Good evening.
Good evening.
I think about the topic. First off, I'm currently engaged to a Black woman. What do I think about interracial dating, period? I honestly have no problem with it. As far as Black men dating out, I actually have no problem with it because same race relationship will always prevail interracial. It's going to always prevail it. There's never going to be a time where, as far as I see, there's going to be interracial over same race for any race. So it's like when I see Black men dating out, especially me walking around in the streets of New York City, like I see different people in relationships and everything. Don't really bother me. Like all I just say is just find someone as a Black man or any man. For that case, just find a woman with good character. Because I didn't pick my fiance because she's Black. I picked her because she has good character.
Right. Exactly.
Because I want to say one thing is like, if you want to be with a Black woman, that's fine, but don't say, hey, I want to be with a Black woman to fix a community. It's not just being with someone with skin color. You have to be with someone with character. You have to be with someone that has a purpose. That's why, like, I criticize pro-Black women a little bit because, and I'm not going to mention any other people's name, because being with someone with just their skin color, that's not going to fix anything. Like, you really have to be in depth of what their purpose is, where the goal is going to be with you, and where we're going to have a family at so we can prosper and build together. It's not just the skin color.
And I would agree with you because, like I said earlier, for me, the idea of Blackness has nothing to do with skin color. Blackness is all about identity. So I agree that I think there has to be a purpose behind so that may be a conversation that we all may need to have. When we say Black, what do we mean by that? If we're just going by skin tone, then I think that's limiting the conversation.
It's about identity. That's what they mean when they say that.
I don't know if everybody agrees. I agree with you, but I don't think everybody is on that page yet. I don't think we quite frankly, I don't think we had that conversation. Because we're always questioning someone's Blackness. That always comes up, but we never get to the heart of what Blackness even means.
Exactly. So, well, I was gonna say real quick, and like to some of these pro-Blacks out there, they be with a Black woman. So what if she's like crazy overweight? She don't want to be healthy. What if she has multiple baby daddies? Like, as long as she's Black, it's okay, bro. But if you don't pick her,
Like I said earlier, for me, pro-Black. Again, you're talking about promoting the success the progeny, the prosperity of a people. So if you talk about people with poor health outcomes, if you talk about poor family structures, things that if there's drugs, if there's whatever that does not support strong, healthy communities, I don't associate that with being pro-Black. So again, in order to have the structures that we need to go forward, all those things have to be in place. And so that's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. I don't think we really fleshed this out of the conversation. Everyone, I think, for a lot of people, when they say Black, they just look at this, but they're not looking at this.
Exactly.
And I think we really need to have that conversation about what does it really mean. So, like I said, if you back in the day, like I said, when I talk about my upbringing, if you were a drug dealer, you were anti-Black if you were a drug dealer.
Right.
That is what we,
there you go.
We weren't having that. You can't say I'm about the people. Nino Brown in New Jack City, he was not, even though he came out and did his turkey drive, you were just killing your people. The old man in the movie, he was right. You killing your own people. So how can you be pro-Black if you're selling death to your own people? So again, we had very high ideals of what that meant. And so, so I think that's a separate conversation, maybe outside of this meeting here, but I think we need to have some discussions on what does it mean if you want to be pro-Black, what it goes into that. And let's get some of these tropes, like if you didn't watch all the Friday movies, you're not Black enough or whatever. I mean, all this nonsense that people
man. I get caught high school. Oh, I watch South Park. Oh, you don't watch Boondock? No,
It's like all these things that don't mean anything or don't grow to the community at the end of the day. All these cultural things that say you're Black if you don't speak a certain way and do certain things. But if you're trying to promote if you're trying to really promote excellence in us, then I think those are conversations I think are a lot more meaningful.
Right.
And I respect that.
And most of the women that I've talked to, especially my sister, because like I said in the title, she started this conversation. She said one of the things that was self-hate is the Dallas Cowboys pulled up, which I'm not a Cowboy fan at all. I'm so glad they lost. Hey, thank you. But anyway, when the Cowboys pulled up to I think it was an award show or something. I think it was last year when they did the ESPYs, and they pulled up and somebody did a video. Somebody sat there and took their time to edit it and do all this. But every Black Dallas Cowboy got out of their car, and all of them had white women. Not one Black dude on the team had a Black girl. All of them were white, right? Every one of them. All the white men had white women. All the Black men had white women. And somebody said, this is what happens when you get money. You run to the white women. And this is self-hate.
Can I say something on that effect?
Yes.
That's savage.
Have we seen the percentage of Black men that did out with money, period? Or are we just looking at celebrities in the public eye?
I have not. So I have. And I've read that more Black men are with Black women. That is
with money, right? With money, right?
With money, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because it could be a Black guy has make over 6 figures, but he's living in a private area, not in the public eye with a Black woman. But nobody wants to. I'm not saying this panel, but people don't want to talk about that.
Exactly. Anybody else?
Crazy.
I think the imagery. Well, first of all, Corey just joined on, so I don't want to.
Oh yeah, what's up, Corey?
How you doing, gentlemen?
Oh, good man, good man. What are your thoughts on what we're talking about tonight?
Well, first of all, can I clarify all the white women with the black ball players?
Yeah,
these white women are groomed. Their mama and their grandmama groom them to be gold diggers. So I'll just, there's good women and there's bad women. Color is irrelevant. But when it comes to white women, I'm a white guy. I'm going to say it. They groom them to be gold diggers. I had to throw that out there.
Mr. Bennett, you have something you want to say?
Well, the only thing I want to, again, the broader point, again, this is going back to how I was shaped and formed. This isn't something that's just limited to Black and white. Like if you go to other areas, if you go to Latin countries, you see just in the media, like Telemundo, Univision, the what you see, even though they claim to be a multiracial, don't like the term, but all colors and everyone's together and whatnot, who's in the media? It's the lighter skinned peoples. If you go to India, where they do color, bleaching of skin, who's the Miss India, the Miss Universe, who are the Bollywood actors and actresses? Like I've seen some very beautiful Southeast Indian women who are never featured, or you would never see one of these Bollywood guys with one of them. It's like the woman could almost pass for white. So I think that what we're really talking about here, from my perspective, is a beauty standard that is global, that the European standard of beauty is prized in a lot of different areas. And so you see it with Indian men, you see it with Latino men, or what have you. They'll have, Latin women with blonde hair and just the whole look. So I for me, I still can't let that aspect go, that there's something that's ingrained in a lot of these cultures that says the lighter or fairer that you are, the more beautiful that you are. I got into a debate with a lady at work. She's a Filipino. And I was just talking about the Negritos, who are like the original Filipino people. They're dark-skinned, African-based people. And we were just having this conversation, and it got into this conversation about, I think, the current Miss Philippines. And she was talking about how beautiful she was because of how fair her skin was. And I'm thinking, what does that have to do with her beauty? Like, there's a lot of darker skin. In fact, a lot of Filipinos are called Black Asians. I mean, because of they come in a lot of dark shades. But in her mind, she didn't look at them as being beautiful, or like I said, the standard. And so that could be a function of, KS used to talk about this. They won, so they define what the standards are of beauty. But I think this is across the board. I still think there's a piece of it. I'm not saying for everybody, but I still think there's a piece that says if you're successful, if you're wealthy as a man, your ideal Barbie-looking woman will not be a darker skinned woman. She will more than likely be this fairer skinned blonde. I mean, so even within the European ethos, I mean, having a blonde, because like I said, a lot of these Latino guys, they're with Latin women, but all of them got blonde hair, all of them. And so there's still that standard that's being propagated as if you're with her, then you've made it to the top of the food chain, the top of the echelon in terms of what is considered beautiful in the world. And so that I'm a bit cautious of.
Paul,
go ahead. Go ahead, Corey.
I'm a student of history, and a lot of that mindset that you hear about that beauty standard, you can go into the Chinese culture, the European culture. There's a lot of different cultures that stand behind this. Their royalty, if you marry a princess, she never spends a day in the sun. She doesn't have a suntan at all. And it's not about her melanin. It's literally because she's never had to stand in the weather and live. And they connect all that stuff to that princess syndrome, I call it. But I mean, you look at my picture. I'm almost glowing in here. I'm like a nightlight. In this room, I'm a nightlight. But for me, the color of the skin. I mean, I'm a guy. I see a beautiful woman. I don't care where she comes from. She's pretty. That her skin tone, I don't care. But gotcha. I'm not hung. I'm burnt out on the princess syndrome. I see that and I'm just like, oh God, no, she's for somebody else. Pass. That's a pass right there.
I feel you.
And I think when it comes to dating outside of your race, I don't think it's just the men running for the color of a woman's skin. I really don't believe that. I think that they are going, if say for instance, if you're at a bad job and you keep getting the same job, you keep getting temp jobs, and all of a sudden a job calls you where there's stability, you're going to take that job. And I think that in some cases, a lot of men out here don't. I heard a woman say this. I should have had it queued up to play, but I heard a woman say this, that men don't like a lot of things that women are doing right now. And this was a Black woman. She said the way we wear our hair, and she said we leave weave in our hair for 8 weeks, 10 weeks, it start to stink. And you want your husband to be all up under you, and you want your husband to be, she said men don't like all the lashes, the weave, the being fake, and all this other stuff that, that women, do. And imagine if you was with a woman that didn't have to do that had their hair that was hers, that didn't wear the lashes, that didn't wear 5 layers of makeup. what do you guys say to that? Being because right now it's the norm. I think I would put a high number of like 80% of women. They won't leave the house without that weave and all that makeup on. They not. And I know women that I work with that say, if I don't get my hair done this weekend, I'm calling in Monday. So what do you guys think about that? What are your thoughts on that?
First,
Go ahead.
Man, Bennett, you must got a fan on in your background.
That's the dryer.
Oh, that thing is banging, boy. Woo! But go ahead, somebody, Mr. Bennett, if you want to go first. Ronan, go ahead, Ronan. We haven't heard from you. Go ahead.
I said, like, personally, in a sense, I get it. I'm not a complete fan of wigs because,
Well, assalamu alaikum, brother.
yeah, wigam salam. Just had a few experiences where some women thought it was really her hair and she didn't keep the undergrowth taken care of, and I told her I don't like the smell of a dead raccoon next to me when we're in the bed. So, but the thing is, like, I worry about like the self-esteem and image of that individual. Like, if she's got to do all this extra stuff and not be confident in how she looks with all that extra clown makeup, then I have a level of concern. My personal opinion.
Yeah, come on, Alexis from Texas. Ooh, that's my girl right there. She said, if you don't like this video right now, that equals video self-hate. That's what I'm talking about, girl. Get it to come on with it. All right. So, Mr. Bennett, do you want to hop in on this one?
I'm sorry. So we're talking about. I'm sorry. I was reading something in the chat. So
No. When women are saying, like I was talking about the weave and the wigs and the makeup and the like always having to have that. I'm not leaving the house unless I got this yaki. I'm not leaving the house unless I got this 4 layers of makeup on. You're never gonna see me for me. But when you go to another culture, woman, the Brazilian women or other women, they have their long flowing hair. Them lashes ain't on there. The makeup, the 4 layers of makeup not on there. They can go swimming with you and not worry about having to look for the hair they bought yesterday. I mean, what do you think? What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I think there's an origin to that. I think there is a going back to see Madam Walker and the straightening combs and just the whole industry, the idea of us trying to have more European features, straighter hair, the wigs, the colored hairs, the whatevers. I mean, it's interesting in these spaces how a lot of while I will give credit to a lot of Black men who will talk about how we want women who have natural hairstyles, as an affirmation of your beauty, but a lot of the women don't buy into it. So it's almost like they have their own issues. Like, why is it? I mean, I remember that documentary by Chris Rock, Good Hair, came out 5-6 years ago, and it was breaking my heart when you had, literally like a 2-3-year-old baby in the salon, and they getting the lie relaxers on an infant essentially.
Yep.
So, so this is something that is built in and ingrained in the culture. And the sad thing also that came out of that movie was most of this industry, we don't even own or participate in. The Koreans own it. The Asians, they own all the stores.
Exactly.
Most of the beauty products. You had the one guy who's like an independent guy, but he's selling the stuff. They're talking about they did a test. They took a soda can and put it into the lie that relaxes your head. It disintegrates the soda can.
Right.
So I think that in and of itself is another conversation, but I think it goes into this larger issue of, again, these westernized standards that say what a woman is supposed to look like. And so even when you go to Brazil, a lot of those women are mulattoes and the different, they have the quote unquote good hair. I mean, that whole how that term even get into our community, how to even get into our consciousness and say, oh, well, that's good hair on her. You got some good hair on her. So again, these are things that have been built into us that I think that in recent years, I'm glad to see a conversation where guys are saying, look, you don't need to do all that.
Right.
Your natural hair is fine. Wear your natural hair. That, but again, some of the women are not embracing that. There is like a natural hair movement, but not everyone's embracing it. That just says, no, I'm not going out without my wig and without my weave. But I mean, that's another elephant in the room that I'll let the women deal with that. I'm
Right,
not
right.
I don't want to touch that one, but I think there's a there. And it's just sad, especially when you have babies and infants getting these law treatments and whatnot, and then their hair jacked up by the time they're 10, they got no hair left. So then they got to start wearing that stuff.
Exactly. And I want to add something to this, because I want to start at the bottom of it. What do you guys feel about the babies? The little bitty baby girls that's walking around here, not even 3 years old, 2 years old, 4 years old, got weave down their back when they run. Their hair getting caught up in the slide board at school. What are your thoughts about that? Like with that, and you know what? I'm gonna reverse this thing, because they say it's self-hate for a man to desire a woman other than a black woman. But would it also be considered self-hate if a woman? Come on now. Would it also be considered self-hate if a woman looks into the mirror and does not like what she sees, and she changes it every day? More makeup, more lipstick, more weave, longer weave, wigs, nails longer than Interstate 20, right?
And
So
don't forget the skin lightening.
Yeah,
treatments.
Bleaching.
And I don't know if Canadian Bone was on. I don't know if he's in the chat or not, but that's a big thing in Nigeria right now.
Right.
It's the skin lightening stuff that's going on.
Exactly.
So again, this whole thing is global. It's not just here. India's I know the Indians do it.
Right.
So this is a global thing.
So
we're trying to get fair.
So a fair question to everybody on the panel. And
Yeah, I got pushback.
Would that be self-hate as well?
Yeah, I got pushback.
No, I don't think it's pushback. I mean, it's just a woman who wants to look good. Now, when it comes to the little children,
that dryer is suffocating you, brother.
I'm saying
that's not the dryer. Yeah, if you can't hear me, that ain't the dryer. I don't know what that is. I mean,
it might be that you may have the vibrator on.
I was saying I have pushback against the European standard. Against the European standard thing.
You said it's a European standard? I couldn't hear you. Scam, you breaking up.
Oh, yeah. It was like, well, there's so much pressure. Oh, they're saying, it's so much pressure about the European standards of the woman. They're not meeting those standards. They're not in the gym. They decided to replace them with American standards. Get as big as you can, 2-story wigs, looking like anything, wearing any damn thing. They got nothing to do with Europe or their standards. And Europe, they fat over there. They fat in Europe.
Scam, you have a point, because
if they're struggling to meet the European standards or the standards of other races, why is it that when I go to the gym, ain't no black woman in there? So what standards are they meeting? And Haitians, Jamaicans, Nigerians, other countries, the black women are smaller than white women in other countries. Most 80-90% of the Haitians and Dominicans when I go to DR have 6-packs. Unless they go to the tourist areas and start eating all the Americanized food. Then they start getting fat just like the Americans. But they were never trying to meet these standards anyway. They just doing whatever they want to do and looking any kind of way they want to look. That's what I see.
Well, Scam, you do have a point, because they will say, well, I have to wear this because I'm going to like corporate or executive. Exactly. I'm just like that's BS, because y'all still wear that working at Walmart, still working at KFC, still working at these $10 per hour jobs. So like the corporate, like I used to believe that at first, but I got punked. Y'all fooled me that I realized, like, y'all still wear that in these low paying jobs.
Now Mandrell had a different perspective. Mandrell said he think that's just the women that want to look good. I would have to push back on that, because I do believe that we should, as men, if you have a woman, encourage her to for her own natural beauty. I do it with my daughter. I do it with my wife. I tell them, baby, you don't need all of that. However, if a woman wants to look good, then look good in you. Right? Look good in yourself. And I think that if we wanted to actually match what women are saying about men being self-hate because they choosing to marry outside their race, it can also be looked at, guys. It's real. It can be looked at as self-hate when a woman goes and puts on like my boy Gusto just said. 2-story wigs, 4 layers of makeup, dark lipstick, green and purple eyeshadow. I mean, you're looking like a Mardi Gras rat, and nobody wants to deal with a Mardi Gras rat. And so I don't care if you're trying to look good. And again, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna let you go, Prime. What it comes to is that women are not doing this for themselves. Women are not doing this for their men. They're doing it for the other women. They want to make sure they look good for the women. This is not for the men. I don't know one man that said, you know what, baby? Go, girl, I think you should go get that wig today. I think you should go get that wig. As a matter of fact, girl, where your eyelashes at? You need to go get them lashes. I need you to get those lashes. I need you to go get oh no, you don't have no layers of makeup on, girl. What's wrong with? I don't know no man encouraging women to be wigged up, makeup wearing, Mardi Gras face baboons. I don't know it. I don't know nobody that's encouraging that. I think women should take their natural beauty and really embrace who they really are. Anybody got any pushback on that? Go ahead, Prime. I'm sorry, you were next.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, it's not just the hair. What about when, like, I don't want to name Swirler or Divester Group or anything, but just black women that just date out, period, are they self-haters too? I mean, are they self-haters too? Like when they date out, like it's not just the hair. And it's crazy because my fiance, she dated out before too, before me. So when she told me that she dated out, I was like, you dated a white who? No, I can't be with you, man. You only have to date black men. No, I didn't care. I did not care though. As long as you ain't talking to any other guy, you would not. When black women date out, you would not hear me. You would not hear me say sell out, bed winch. I ain't saying those words because I don't care. Like I'm not one of these preachers. Like you are queens and everything. You belong. That's not me. Go date who you want. But if you say we're self haters for dating out, are you self haters for dating out too?
And that's why. And I saw my boy K Soul said, "Nah, it isn't self hate." He said it's they just want to be looked at as beautiful. It's that simple. And guess what? If they want to be looked at as beautiful, then they must consider the man that they're with. If you're married or you're seriously dating, just talk to your man, baby. Why does it matter how everybody outside looks at you? It should matter what I feel about you. It shouldn't matter about what anybody else says. Baby, you're beautiful. You don't need weave. You don't need makeup. So many men want to say this to their wives, but they know they're going to be walking on eggshells and they probably won't have sex for the next 4 years. But you got to be willing. You got to be willing to take the risk and say, baby, I don't want to, because a lot of men don't like it. Baby, I don't like weave. Baby, I don't like those long fingernails. How are you wiping your ass? Baby, I don't like baby, I don't like
they got bidets.
Right. I don't like the fact that we're in the car and you giving me pleasure in the car while I'm driving, and I go to grab your head to maneuver you and I'm pulling off your wig. Men don't like it. I'm just okay. We got a lot of men on the panel right now. For you men that don't believe it, I'm finna do a poll right now. I've not said this prior to the show. I just want to ask the men on the panel. We're gonna start with Dusto. We already know his answer, but I want to hear it. Dusto, what are your thoughts on wigs and weave? Are you okay with your woman having a 2-story wig, 4 layers of makeup, looking like the Joker, at Kmart?
Depends how fast Uber can get there and Uber right back to the street.
Okay.
I prefer 3 minutes or less.
Absolutely. So that's a no from one guy on the panel. Ronan, are you okay with your woman having a 2-story wig or weave down her back, 4 layers of makeup?
I'd rather have a shotgun enema.
That's 2. Corey, do you want your woman to have a wig on, or do you want her to, have all this makeup on wigs? What do you think?
Was it Mr. Bennett or Prim who was talking about the smell of a dead raccoon? That does not
I didn't say
sound
that.
good.
I didn't say that.
Oh, that was you. Yeah, Ronan.
I didn't say that.
No, my nose is sensitive. No. You know, I find it funny. If you go on a dating site, all the women say they want the men to just be themselves, just be who they are, but they walk out of the house and they don't look like who they did when they got out of the shower.
Mm.
Mm. And you know what? A lot of women also, I seen this move for men that play video games. Why do men sit around all day and play make believe? Well, why do you walk around all day being make believe? That's not who you are. That's not you. Right? You woke up as you know what? I'm reminded of a song. It was called Fake. Came out in I think the late 80s, early 90s. He said, "You're a fake." He said, "Your name was Tammy, now it's Faye. Girl, you seem to change it every day. Your hair was long, but now it's short. You say I cut it off, but I don't see no hair on the floor."
Alexander O'Neal.
Alexander O'Neal.
All right, but I got a question.
What's the question?
Why is the thing with the hair such a big deal? I mean, like, some of you guys on this panel are married. I'm planning on being married pretty soon, right? My lady wears wigs sometimes. Sometimes she gets her hair done and use weave. It doesn't bother me like at all.
Mm-hmm.
I have absolutely no issue with it because she's beautiful, with or without it.
Miss She said, "Come on up here."
So my thing is, if you're married or you're with a woman, and when you meet women, a lot of times they do have wigs or weaves, but it don't stop us from approaching them. So I mean, and I know it's a preference. We prefer them with natural hair. I prefer women with natural hair, but my thing is I don't see it as being that big of an issue. When you put it, when you put it into perspective,
mm-hmm.
It's not that big of an issue. It don't stop you from approaching them.
Okay. Now,
and then when you're with them, I don't hear any guys telling them to stop doing it.
Yeah, you know, and I just explained why. The men are not going to say it because they know. I know men right now in real life, not YouTube. I know men right now that hate their wife wearing weave, wigs, braids, makeup, lipstick, and he'll tell her every day, baby. But he'll tell her every day, baby, you look beautiful.
Yeah, okay, but why didn't he just be honest with her and tell her, hey, I would like to see you without all that. Could you try this? And let's just see what it looks like.
Because he know who he married to.
So she's a Hellraiser?
Yeah, no, she's not. She's gonna shut down, and she's gonna shut down. He ain't get no ass for. I'm telling you right now.
Well, if that's the case, here's the thing. If that's the case, then it is best that he keep his mouth shut because to keep peace. You understand that guy's position. He has to keep peace in his house. Now, if that's who he married. That's who he married. I mean, so I understand him not saying that guy not saying nothing, but still, my question still stands. It doesn't stop us from approaching women. It doesn't stop us from staying with them. Nobody's leaving women because they wear wigs or a weave.
So
I mean, like I said, and he said Madrill had a problem with it. Once upon a time, but then I sat down and thought about this stuff for 2 minutes, and I was like, okay, wait a minute, this doesn't make any sense.
But man,
I prefer natural hair. That's a preference, but it ain't stopping me from being with nobody.
Mandrell, I would agree with you on that. I think the issue is now, just from what you described, is I think the type of woman that I think most men want. See, your woman isn't governed by her hair or her look. She can go natural. She can rock it. She can go with a wig on. She could do anything because it's not about the external. She said that the other night. It's about who she is. And that is what's attractive. That is what pulls you in. And you have a lot of women who their identity is. I'm having this conversation with my girls now. My youngest one, she's 19, beautiful hair. I mean, she took it out because she was getting some braids put in. I'm saying, and I said, you know what? Your hair is good. You can rock that. And she looked at me like I was crazy or something like that. And we had this long 2-hour conversation about don't let your hair dictate who you are. If you want to go natural, if you want to go with the fro and the puffs or whatever, you can rock that and you're a beautiful girl. You can do that. But don't think I got to have my hair in a weave or in braids or something like that before I show myself looking decent. If your style, if that's affecting who you are when you step out the door, then that's a problem.
Okay, yeah. So you say
a lot of women are caught up in that. Yours is not. She's like, look, love me or whatever. I can go bald right now, and I still get most of the guys in this place. That's the swag that I think a lot of guys want. And a woman who has that kind of self-love for herself like that, she has no problem with getting dudes.
And then if you're going to accept it, there's rules to this shit. Nobody wants to be with a woman rocking no fucking purple wig, no purple hair, purple braids, green bangs. We're not doing. No man want, and men need to start stepping up and saying it. And Mr. Bennett, I had the same conversation with my daughter. My daughter said, "I said, baby, your hair is beautiful." I said, "Girl, look at your hair." And she was like, "I said, okay, I see you, I see you." She said, "Oh, I'm finna put some braids in today." And I'm like, "Why? What? Why? Why?" And then another thing is, some women let's just be real, right? Some women just lazy as hell. I've heard women say, "I put weave in my hair so I don't have to comb my hair."
I've been told that.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. My thing is this: guys do a lot of weird shit so they don't have to do extra stuff too.
Hold on. If she said, if you're dating a woman, listen, guys. If you're dating a woman,
switch it to
she
men.
can't get up in the morning and do her hair, imagine what she would do in the morning if your kids say they're hungry. If she can't get up early enough to do her hair, you think she'll get up early enough to take care of you or do something for you?
Well, yeah, I'm not saying that. I think that's why they get the wigs and the weave, so they can skip that part and just get to the husband and the kids.
No, they actually think they look ugly without.
Now, that, to your point, JT, and to Mr. Bennett's point, if it's a woman with that mindset, I agree with you wholeheartedly, 1,000%. That's a problem. It can't be a part of your identity.
Like we said earlier, if you got babies,
it's not the rule.
But hold up. But like I said, if we got babies who are getting these relaxers in their hair,
yeah.
That is a major.
Yeah, now the 3 and 5 years olds. If you get putting relaxers in the 3 and 5 year olds' hair, that's too much.
Yeah,
that's too much. You're damaging the hair.
Yes,
just sit there and do your baby's hair.
Yes,
the majority of these girls, these women, don't even know how to fix their own hair. Period. They don't know how to take care of their hair, and then they step out at 16, 17 years old when they get to they get to their age, because that's about the time that they start doing it. Now what they're doing is every day they have to have some type of prosthetic on them. They don't think that they look good. That is the rule right now. You can go to any place in the United States and you see black women, you're going to see most of them with wigs. You're going to see them with them long, ugly nails. You're going to see them with that nasty, them nasty eyebrows and eyelashes. This is what they think is beautiful. And then when they get to about 35 to 40 years old, they say, well, shit, I got to look even better. So now they go out there and they go freeze their face with the Botox. So now they can't even smile because they have to look beautiful because they need to have cartilage and Botox and stuff in their face. That's right. They laugh.
Well, here's the thing, JT. I understand, and I agree with that, JT. What JT is describing is body dysmorphia, and it's where nothing's ever enough to make them feel attractive to themselves. You know what I'm saying? That's a completely different story. That's a problem. I'm with you on that, JT. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't talking about them. I was like, the other chicks are like, don't stop us from approaching them. Don't stop us from being with them and marrying them. And I was like, what's the aside from what we're talking about, the extreme case where they don't feel pretty without it. I'm like, what's the issue here? I mean, the way we move, we're not making a statement. We're not. The thing is, they hear us saying this stuff on camera, but and on other panels too. But it's like when they see guys move, they don't see that. They don't see that we prefer them with natural hair because we still approach them.
Okay, let me give you the pushback on that. My thing is this: if you go out, like you said, don't stop us from approaching them. Cool. I approach a woman. Hey, how are you? Hey, good evening, beautiful. Your name? Oh, okay, great. Hey, listen, my name is Black Man. I was just sending you over there. I just want to come talk to you. Blah blah blah. Me and her, get it off. I see her 2 or 3 more times. All of a sudden, she want to give me some of that yah. And I get to the house, and she said, "Oh, hold on a minute."
No one's gonna do that, man.
right? Or
No one could do that, man.
Hold on. Or you hit it and spend the night, and she get up in the morning. I gotta go to work. She go take a shower. She come out the bathroom with none of that shit on, and you like, ah! Right? Because most of the time, okay, let me tell you, like take some of the women that you know, take some of the women you know on like Cynthia G or Kendra G, all these women that have all this makeup and weave on. If they wash their face completely and take all that weave out, I guarantee you they look like color purple stunt doubles. I guarantee it. And so now you're fooling men, you're tricking men, and men seeing one thing, you're doing another. We've now seen
Yeah, we seen I'm gonna get you sucker. I hear you, but like I said, I've stopped and actually taking a look at it, taking a look at this whole thing, and actually started thinking about what I'm hearing in this space. What I'm hearing in this space is not genuine. You know what I'm saying? And because I think a lot of brothers are fooling themselves. Because I understand what you're saying, black man, but they're talking about all women with it. Now you got some guys who just put their foot down and say, "Hey, listen, this is a standard of mine. You can't wear this stuff." Now that dude's doing the right thing. He's telling that woman up front, "This ain't what I like, so don't do that." You know what I'm saying? But you got guys who never told a woman that they don't want that. Never told her that, but then they get here, and it's a whole another story.
So, what percentage of men do you think tell their wives the truth about their appearance?
I don't know. I wouldn't presume to know.
Divorced.
Yeah, there you go. There you go, Corey. There you go, Corey.
Ain't no man gonna tell his wife. She gonna come out there, baby. How I look in this dress?
Okay, fair enough. Now, black man, here's the thing. If that is the case, how can we ever hope?
But that doesn't mean she's gonna listen to me.
Yeah. But here's the thing. How do we ever hope to solve the issue if that's what's going on?
That's just the nature of the.
But here's the thing: we're talking like we're gonna find a solution here. Then let's find one.
The solution. I already know what the solution is. The solution is to tell them motherfucking ass, you too fat in that dress, your hair fucking napped under that wig, go get your fucking hair done. It's simple.
See, a lot of men are too scared.
You can tell me, baby, you getting a little gut on you over there now. Okay, baby, I appreciate you. But when the men need to start telling them right back, baby, that dress you got on, it looks like a FedEx envelope. Take that shit the fuck off. You look horrible. Your hair, I don't like weave. The shit stink. I don't like wigs.
I'm with you. Okay, now I'm with you. That's how you do it. We have to start being honest, and we have to move that way. So, how do we motivate men who are unmotivated to do this,
are scared to do,
they're unmotivated because of fear? How do we motivate them to be honest about these things and make this something serious? You know what I'm saying? Make it serious to a spouse or the significant other or whatever the case may be. How do we motivate these guys to do this if this is such a big issue?
Be honest with yourself.
Be around men that can help you be honest with your women or any other woman you come across, because there's a lot of undercover male feminists out there that'll be like why would you tell a woman how she would dress? Why would you tell your girl how she looks or anything? Why can't you just let her be how she is? It's mostly these male feminists that make it worse for these men out there that's trying to be honest, because they're helping women do what they want.
Yeah. Now I'm with you with that with the male feminists. Now the thing is with me and my lady, she don't dress crazy anyway. So I ain't got that problem. So I mean, but I'm with you, man. I seen it, and then I'm like, I don't say nothing, but in my mind, I'm like, yo.
Hey, you know what?
Bro, why?
Can I add to what Mandrell's been saying? Can I add to what Mandrell's been saying?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, so you're looking for a solution for the men to talk to the women, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if the women are suffering from body dysmorphia, actually they need therapy. And men walking around this planet do not have the qualification to have that conversation with these women, because that's not our job. It's not my job to be your therapist.
Well, I mean, here's the thing, Corey. I mean, when you're married,
these are deep issues that Grandma put in them.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Who am I to get these issues out? That's impossible.
Well, I mean, if you're married,
I agree with them. The elder women should be the one having a conversation with women anyway.
Yeah.
Especially like stuff like that, hygiene, how they take care of themselves, how they should present themselves. That's what should. But now, if you're just out here dating, then don't deal with them. Don't date them. Don't
That was
entertain
about to be my answer. That was about to be my answer.
That's my
I
answer.
wouldn't even look their way. I wouldn't even give them the time of day.
Before you go into that, Hink, what are your thoughts on your woman wearing wigs, weave, eyelashes?
I never had no woman that wear wig and weave and all that. That eyelashes, none of that shit. Over the mouth makeup. None of the women I dealt with never did that.
How you feel about it?
I wouldn't deal with a woman that did. So
that's why I've never had the problem, because I never dealt with them. If I met a woman and I find out that she is overextending herself with the prosthetics, it's a done deal. I just don't. I won't take her serious. It's just
I get on my daughters about that shit. My daughter, she does nails, so she wears what she does because she is as part of her profession. She wears an eyelash, and I tell her all the time, I said that shit's nasty.
Yep.
I said nasty. I said, why do you wear that? I said, why don't you let your hair breathe? So maybe once a month she'll do me a solid and come over without that shit in her hair. I said, look, hey, you already got your lover, so you good. I guess he they okay with it. Whatever.
I would tell my daughters in a minute.
Said, but most men ain't with that. But you know something? I say that most of these young boys, they really don't care.
Right.
They numb to the shit now.
Facts.
Now
they've been weaponized.
If that shit looks sloppy, that's when they got nothing but jokes and criticism for them.
Yeah.
But as long as it look good, they won't say nothing. They okay with it.
They've been weaponized.
Well, not even that. The ones that lie to them just to just to smash.
Exactly, Brian.
You gotta lie just to get smashed. Oh, you beautiful. Oh, girl, don't worry about it. It's exactly natural and everything. The flesh wound, the hair. Hey, it's just like you. It's just like it come from your scalp. Like,
but think about these young cats. They not just trying to smash. They wifing these chicks up. I mean, not literally wifing them up,
but they lie mostly to to smash. Come, let's keep it real. They lie mostly to smash, then wife them up. Like,
man, look, when I see them out the basketball games at the malls, at the movies, they hugged up like they the best thing going.
But do they really want to marry? But do they really want to marry them?
No, they don't want to get married anyway. They ain't trying to marry. They just want to be together. They look here. These young cats, they not looking for marriage. These cats 25 and under, they not looking for marriage. I asked my son all the time about it. He doesn't care about that. He doesn't. He said, I'm just okay with dating. But another thing is, he don't care about dating black women no more. He done got to that point. I used to press him on it. Now I don't even give a shit. I said, if she treats you right, she show you respect, I don't give a damn what color she is.
Facts. Thank you. Character.
I used to press her about that shit. Not no more. I ain't got time for this shit. And I see what's out there, and you deserve better.
Right. I follow Deion Sanders, and I follow his kids too, his sons or whatever. And since they got to Boulder, Colorado, boy, listen here. They did a little bet to see if there were any black men that go to school there that didn't play sports. And every dude they asked, he played sports. And so, but then they were talking about the girls there. When I tell you them white girls passing by them Deion Sanders brothers, them Deion Sanders sons, and they pass by them brothers. When I tell you, listen, I wouldn't be surprised if them brothers went through that whole school in the next 3 years. I mean,
it'll bring popularity. Popularity will be there. Like, brothers will start coming over there.
I would just encourage them to be careful, man.
Yep.
That's the only thing. I mean, there's nothing wrong with knocking them down. I understand. But just be careful, man. Just be careful,
man. So, Brian, what's up, man?
Man, what's going on, man? How y'all doing tonight? What's going on, Black Man and Mandrill and all the other brothers on here?
What's going on, man? What's your thoughts on it,
brother?
Since lately I haven't been dating women that wear weaves and wigs, but prior to that, it didn't really bother me too much. I ain't too much careful about chick wear makeup or anything like that. It didn't bother me like that at all. I didn't even pay attention to it. As long as the woman is financially stable, that's why I look for. As long as she's financially stable, I'm straight.
Now, I will say this.
My man, how old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 40.
Okay. All right.
So my thing is this. I'm with him. When you look at your woman, you want to be able, and again, we have to know the truth here, guys. These women are not putting these wigs and weaves on for their man. They putting the wigs and weaves on for their homegirls or for the girl they don't like at the office. Right? They're doing this for the women. They're not doing it for the man. How many times a woman that came up to anybody on this panel and said, hey, how do you think this weave may look on me? Right? They're doing it for other women. They're not doing it for the man. They're not trying to look good for no man. For what? They want the other women to look at them. That's why when you go out somewhere and you see a woman across the way that don't even know your girl and she got that weave down her back, girl, I like that girl. Who did your hair? That's what she wanted to hear. That made her night. You done told her she looked beautiful. You done told her she looked beautiful and natural. She ain't trying to hear that shit. She went on that girl. She went on that girl at the concert to tell her.
You think women? So you actually think women out here competing against other women, not trying to get a man attention out here in the street?
Yeah.
I guess they know. You know what it is? They are, but they won't admit it because when we say that, yo, are you competing for that man? They'll say, no, I don't compete for men, but they really are.
Yeah, because I can't see a woman competing against two. Because women are catty. I can see it because
women will tear each other's hair apart.
But I ain't getting fresh for a man. I ain't getting fresh for a man in the street.
No, not in the men.
They are.
Yeah, because okay, let me ask you this.
World star.
Yeah, hold on. How many? Yeah, right. How many times have I gone out and miss? Say for instance, I'm in Jersey and I see Mr. Bennett and his wife, and Mr. Bennett walk up. He got this nice shirt on. I say, Mr. Bennett, that shirt is nice. You look good in that shirt. Ain't no man finna do it. But women, they do that when they leave the house. They like, shit, I'm killing all these hoes tonight.
Oh, Black Bear.
I'm about to say that. There you go. There you go.
Hey, Black Bear.
I'm slaying all these hoes tonight. That's what they say.
Hey, Black Bear. Or you would walk up to Mr. Bennett and be like, oh, man, you smell good. What kind of cologne you got on?
Like we don't. So that's why I believe women do that for other women. That's why when they, again, going back to the phrases they use, oh, I'm slaying all these hoes tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, these hoes ain't fuck for me. What then did? It's given that these hoes gonna get it tonight. That's what they say.
But these ratchet chicks y'all talking about though.
No,
they use that type of language though.
No,
I tell you another one.
What type of chicks use that type of line for the slay these hoes that's our age though?
A whole bunch of them.
But them are ratchet hoes or
Beyonce
hoes with no manners.
Beyonce started.
Them chicks call each other bitch all the time, man. Yep. To me, that sounds ratchet. I don't know why you would disrespect yourself and call your friend a bitch.
That's women I deal with don't talk like that.
But this is the craziest thing. I have a problem. I'm gonna tell you why I have a problem with the makeup and the weave. When I look at my kids, my biggest problem is it seems a little disrespectful to me and their mom. Because they look like neither one of us when they wear all that damn makeup and shit on. Neither one of us. The other part that I have a problem with is that they're making it easier for those pseudos, those transformers, to compete with them. We the ones sitting back talking about some man. I couldn't even tell how good. I don't know if that's a woman or a man. Yeah, you would if women start being in a natural state.
Yeah.
So wait, JT, my question is, now, women, when Black Man said women do it for the women, I agree with that for some women. Largely, I think women do it for themselves. Especially the chicks with body dysmorphia, they trying to look good for themselves, but it's just, like I said, no matter what they do, it's not good enough for them, because when they look in the mirror at themselves, they either like or don't like what they see. So then if they don't like it, that's why they go out and get the collagen injections, the Brazilian butt lifts, and all that stuff. So I think they're doing it for the most part for themselves. Now, my question is, you really think women are competing with the transgender community? I mean, because my thing is, like, why would they compete? Why would they need to compete with them? Like
they talk just like all of these things that's being made up, bitch, and yes, that's trans shit. And you hear women saying,
but women started that.
No, they
women said
didn't.
that stuff first.
No, they didn't.
Yeah,
It was the
women been saying
trans.
that.
Women
They-
been saying that. From my observation, it looks like the LGBTQ community, even the white
Copying
men,
the black woman.
even the gay white men copying black women. Because
Right.
you know what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. Like, why would black women need to compete?
Hold on,
Well,
hold on,
it's not the chicken before the egg.
hold that thought, JT. Watch this. It was the black women that supported the gay black men, right? The trans men. They supported them. They were their base supporters. They loved them, right? I know a whole bunch of black women that be like, yeah, I got to hang out with her, which is a him, right? So they love them. Now the tables have turned, and now women are starting to get their side eye with them. Because guess what? Remember the show we had, Mandrell, a long time ago, and I played that video for y'all. That the trans guy, what did he say? He said, "We are women. All the real women are cis women. They carry babies. They can't fuck with us, and we got pussies now. We gonna fuck these men. They don't. Some of the men don't even know, and they're in competition. What did he say though, JT? He said, you ain't got to worry about us getting pregnant. You ain't got to worry about no child support. You ain't got to worry about nothing. Matter of fact, you ain't even got to worry about telling nobody. You can fuck me, and nobody's gonna know about it.
Hell,
Right?
You just
That's still a gay man, though.
just
That's
had
still a
one.
gay man.
You just had one. No, you just had one that sat back and said that his bussy is like it's like a damn it's like a Birkin bag when this woman theirs is like a paper bag. He said, why would you pay this Birkin bag for a paper bag? He compared his thing to the woman's thing as theirs was paper bags and his was a Birkin bag.
And you know what, JT? You know what, JT? I'm gonna add on to what JT said. In that same conversation, he said, "You know how they talk, you bitches. Don't play with me because if I showed you videos of how many of y'all niggas I'm fucking." Listen to me. How many niggas y'all fucking and how much in this bag from you niggas that I'm taking from your niggas? I could shut the whole internet down. So my thing is, these women out here, I showed pictures of these women. Remember JT, nobody on the panel. They was like, before I said who she was, everybody was like, damn. I said, that's a whole nigga. Oh, hell no.
Yep.
And what did Mandrell say? Mandrell say, man, they need to get that damn surgeon a tip. Because you can't fucking tell no more.
Yeah, listen, real talk.
Crossover.
No, it ain't that. But Hank, hold on, Hank. If you saw this person, you would not take, bruh. Look, go back to your surgeon. Give him a tip. Give him some extra money. That was a job well done. You had me fooled. I didn't like if I seen you in the mall or something, never would have known.
I'm trying to
So
tell
that's
you.
the demise. This
Never would have known.
So the women are going towards their own demise. These men are out women and women because they're getting the same things that these men's getting. They getting fake booties, fake titties. They getting injections in their lips. They get the same thing that these men getting. So how can you tell the difference?
You gotta blame the men for choosing it, though. You gotta blame men for choosing it.
Hold on, Brian. If you can't tell what it is and you go home with her, and listen, man, these surgeries have gotten so unique that insurance companies are covering them. These women vocal cords are different now. They don't have no Adam's apple no more. They don't have no Adam's apple no more. Their vocal cords are different. They got booties and titties, flat stomachs. And when I show them that picture, you can't tell. And what happens when you go home with her and you bang her ass up and you get up in the morning and see that scar where that dick used to be? Yeah, because you ain't gonna know.
I don't get it, man. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. I really don't. You're not going to make me understand all this stuff. So
exactly, and you know what? One night, man, listen, bro. These women get on these channels, and you be like, "No, that's like Mandrell said." Tip that I never forget. That shit was so funny. Mandrell said, "No, that's a dude." I said, "Yes, sir."
I said that's a transgender. You said, "Yeah." I said, he's like, "What you think, Mandrell?" I said, "I think she should tip her surgeon." What you mean? I said, tip your surgeon, honey, because he did a good fucking job. Give him some extra money. Like he earned that.
And they cutting them dicks off and resculpting
he earned that money.
Like the Statue of Liberty.
I mean,
you asked a question some time ago.
Hey, Hank,
let's say you married
that
to
surgeon was an
5
artist.
years, would you leave him?
Huh?
And
I remember you asked me, and remember that he asked me, like, if let's say you wind up marrying one, you find out 5 years later, you know what, that was it. Are you leaving? Or are you staying?
and women, it's so weird how women are the biggest supporters of transgenders, and yet now they're seeing how it's frustrating being a woman now because she have the shine and everything. And I'm just like, do y'all feel comfortable with these dudes walking in the bathroom while y'all or the girls' locker room? Like, y'all feel comfortable with this?
Ronan, is that for you or for her? Are you gonna do Harry Carey? You gonna who's that for? Who's that for?
Bro. Hey, bro, me and you gotta step out back.
So you ain't gonna do the.
Whoa! You said you
seppuku. Yeah, it's called seppuku.
Hey, bro.
Ronnie, you said what you say, Ronnie? You said what now?
Hold on, bro. We gotta step out back.
Oh, you want to step out back?
I don't know.
He gonna say
you
may
do. You still may. You may still take that sword and go.
No. I gotta go on a whole killing spree.
Like, you know why it's difficult for women to try to transit to men, because it never fails. I don't care. Remember, we did a show on it on my channel, what we did with the trans men. And yeah, the facial, you be like, okay, they got facial hair, whatever. But as soon as they stand up, you like, you would never get picked on nobody's team. Ever. You're like a scab. Everybody know what a scab look like. It's like nobody would pick you on a basketball team. Nobody would have you on the football team. You just got the costume on and you ain't wearing it well. So with men, it's not a threat to us because it's like, you really want to be a man? All right, let's do man stuff then. They can't do it. There's nothing that they can do that we do as men. It was one who did the show where, I don't know if anybody on here, but the one where the woman had transformed her body into being a man and did an experiment and found out how tough it was that they committed deletion. Deletion.
Yeah, she deleted
because it was that tough.
Yeah.
So we don't have it's not a threat to us, but to the women, it is a big threat to them because y'all doing the same thing they're doing. And y'all in competition with these guys, and now these guys done got so comfortable where they're talking about fighting these chicks. Literally, they out here ganging up. And can you imagine? You got 4 men about to gang up on one woman because they think that they all are women. That's how dangerous this is.
This is what women want. This is what women want: equality. So you got these dudes beating you with a wig on. It's unity. That's what y'all want.
Right.
It's not funny. It's for real. Like beating you with a wig on, like in swimming teams.
Hey man, let me ask y'all this:
you fight for equality.
She getting beat up by trans?
Say what?
A Decepticon.
She's getting beat by a trans.
If a woman getting beat up by a trans,
would y'all help?
No, they women.
Nope. Y'all
they respect them as women. They women. She let them.
Yo, black man filter. Yo, never put your hands on a woman.
Yeah, I put my hands on
never.
Okay. That motherfucker might whoop your ass, your woman.
Right.
Wait.
Ain't no sense in both of us in our ass woman.
She would have turned to the Steve.
Yes, somebody gotta go home and watch the kids.
You know,
I don't want to get canceled out here.
I seen a video like that, bro. I seen a dude and a female, and the trans dude was talking to the girl or whatever. I mean, slapped her ass to sleep. And then so the dude jumped in and pushed her, whatever, and she went from bitch to, oh, nigga, you got me fucked up. I mean, she beat that nigga ass. She whooped his ass. She walked his ass down that sidewalk. And I sent it to security boss. I said, security boss, look at this. When I say she beat his ass, she walked him down that sidewalk. Walking. And I was like, oh, man, yep, that's a nigga. See, and that's what women should be upset about. When these niggas can turn that shit on and off, you know, it's bad out here, Doc. It's bad.
Yeah.
So
I don't feel safe.
I don't either
at all.
Let's take it all, man. I'm good.
That's what I'm trying to say.
They're looking like women for real.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah. And that's the
Be
thing. I'm
careful.
gonna say this though, because like we was talking about earlier about women do it just for them. What about the men what about the and I'm gonna say this, and I know everybody gonna laugh, but what about the small dick men? What about the men that wasn't blessed with some a dick to please a female, right? What if they look down and say, damn, I can't do nothing with this key, right? What happens? What happens when they go to a sex store, buy a scrap on, and get some great pants, and just let the scrap on just dangle in the great pants all day just to get attention?
They doing that.
Yeah, think about it. And then when they get home, he said, hold on a minute. He take that motherfucker off, and this come out. Then what?
Nah, man, come on.
That's the same way I feel about the weed, goddammit. Listen, show me who you are. If you want to see what the real meat look like, I want to see what the real you look like.
Small dick energy, yeah.
Yeah, come on now. Shit, stop the bullshit.
Man, listen, I say, look, y'all heard me say this before. I still call cap on that. No guys walking around with a unit that small. I think that's an exaggeration. Women use that to like humiliate men. Nobody's walking around with an
actual condition, Metro.
You too, JT, really?
No, it's an actual condition. It's called micro penis.
I've heard that nonsense. Stop it.
It's a guy
on your balls.
It's a guy. What's his name?
Nobody's walking around with a unit that small.
It's a YouTuber.
It's called your balls, man.
He used to do YouTube. I think he's still doing it. I cannot remember his name. He had a beard, and he did a porno thing with a girl one time and showed that he had a micro penis. I can't remember. It was a white guy. He was
Are you shocked?
A big YouTuber.
Are you shocked? Yeah. He said, look, like we're supposed to be surprised by that. He was a white guy. I'm like, no shit.
Black man, I need to bounce. But before I leave, since you guys are going into this area, if you want to talk about micro,
sorry, Corey.
How do you guys feel about macro on the women's end? So if your woman has, let's say, maybe she might have been a former bodybuilder or something like that. She's done some stuff and she's got, enlargement. Is that a deal breaker for? I don't know. I want Hank's response, but I'll listen in the back. But gentlemen,
no. Hank doesn't want another Hank.
You all got to hear from Brother Hank when it comes to this. So let's just say it's half inch to an inch in length, but she's a woman. She's 100%, but that's
the mug be pointing.
That's
yeah. You talking about she has an enlarged clitoris.
Yes. So how do fellas feel about that? Since y'all started that conversation,
Hank doesn't want to be looking at himself. He don't want to look at himself.
I'll listen to
because Mr. Bennett, you know that when women do things like tests, DECA,
when they start taking drugs,
tests, DECA, Winstrol. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that.
And a lot of those Brazilian women, they into that stuff too, because that's a fit culture down there. So a lot of those women that you guys be fawning over, they on that test and stuff, so on too. They taking all that stuff. So
yeah, I mean that is a side effect.
But Mr. Bennett, think about this though, Mr. Bennett. Who want a lady at body bills, right? It's okay for a woman to be toned up. But a bodybuilder, can you imagine her on top of you just? But
that's the thing. See, a lot of people can't be bodybuilders though. You thinking that the most muscular women, but see, it's just like guys who take tests don't necessarily become bodybuilders. You got a lot of women taking that stuff who are not going to become these jack bodybuilders and whatnot, but they still get the side effects. The lower voices, the clitoral enlargement, they get all that stuff.
Right. Yeah,
and it's like it's not to say they're all walking around hulky and stuff, but
because the thing is, here's the thing, Black man, a lot of people don't know this about anabolic steroids, is that it doesn't work for everyone. You know what I mean? It has a lot to do with genetics and body chemistry. Absolutely. As to how responsive your body is to it. Like if I was to start juicing, boom. I balloon up so quick.
And
You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
the reverse.
But yeah, so like
I
Mr.
would get
Bennett,
no more jacked on that stuff.
he would get he'd probably get cut, but putting on size, not much, dude. He might get 10 pounds out of it.
And woman hips.
He might get 10 pounds out of it. But
big ass.
It doesn't work for everybody, man. I mean, so but the thing is, it doesn't work for everybody, but at the same time, for the people it doesn't work on, they get the same side effects as the people that it does work on. You know what I mean? So like for men, one of the side effects is shrinking of the testicles.
Correct.
Right? Now, small balls. So for guys who are using this stuff, for the people who are using this stuff, they would and it doesn't work for them, they still get the same side effects though.
Absolutely. So it's like it's in reverse. It's shrinkage in men, but enlargement in women. But I'm just saying, but even that, even if she's just born that way and she just so happens to be a bit more endowed down there.
Yeah.
You turning that down? No cap, guys.
Hey, it'll be a point where I'll be like,
so we got pride is in.
If it ain't firm and tight, no.
Hey, man, I just want to see it.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm not turned on, but I just wanted to see it.
Oh man!
What if she got that? And she got bat wings. That motherfucker be.
Y'all have a good night. Take care.
So when it rains, it drips like.
She got
the drip. She got the drip.
No.
Looking like a stingray.
I gotta get all.
Wait! Did you say a stingray? Wait a
Stingray.
Then she got the nerves to get it bedazzled.
I'm done.
Like, you know what? I gotta walk my fish. I'm out of here.
Oh my God, bro! Hey, look, man. I'm gonna show y'all this real quick, bro. Oh my God, look at this. That's a dude.
Yeah.
Oh man, I hate you guys. My Cartman voice.
Damn.
Hate you guys.
Yeah, you seen him? You seen him?
Yeah. That was a little dude anyway. So he was.
All I can say is I'm just glad I'm old, gray, and bald.
Let me see the picture. Let me see the picture again, man. I was laughing like crazy. Let me see it one more time.
Oh my God.
Oh, here it is, dog. Wait a minute. Y'all got me over here rolling, boy. Y'all stupid,
That's crazy.
That's a guy.
That's the thing that sucks, bro. Like technology these days, bro. Technology, not the picture, just how the surgery and everything.
That's not just surgery,
transgenders
man.
that are sexy. That's
no, that's not just surgery though. Those are hormones as well. No, it's not genetics. It's just hormones. And the earlier they say you catch a young male before he hits puberty, and you got parents now starting them on the hormones, right? And that's how they get the soft feminine features like that are really soft and feminine. You know, they just start them early.
Like androgynous kids.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And that's how they get the softness. But then you couple that with the surgeries. I mean, then Bob's your uncle.
And it baffles me why they would not make it illegal.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to say.
Mandrell, it's not Bob's your uncle. It's Bob's
I'm mad they put.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm mad they put the word "sexy" in the sentence with transgender. That's what I'm more mad at. But if that's any man's preference, hey, you know.
Yeah, salute to him. Go find whoever makes you happy.
You have to have that X chromosome, man. You have to have that
Go
X
right
chromosome.
Sorry. XX chromosome. Let's be more specific.
I go at X and Y. X.
No, that's you, dude. That's a guy.
No,
X is female.
No, I'm saying X or Y. That's why I meant or.
Yeah. All
Are you
right.
serious, man? With this,
come on, man.
That's another.
That's why I don't like makeup. Right there.
I hate
Exactly.
That's why I don't like makeup.
Exactly. That's a whole dude right there. The two women I just showed you, the two women, the two men I just showed you.
Yeah, that's a dude. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's Darren.
Yeah.
See the Adam's apple and
these two are considered the most beautiful trans.
Yeah, I would send them to the bathroom and tell them to wash all that shit off their face.
And both of them have 100% of the surgeries.
Got the whole male population scared to death.
Yep, exactly. Can you imagine meeting her at the bar and didn't know nothing? And you got drunk and you went beat that
I don't
thing
drink
up?
like that no more.
Shit.
I'm too old for the bar.
Man, Jerry, you woke up beside that motherfucker after having a night full of drinks. What would you do?
go home. That's the safest thing. Go home.
He's telling you.
Yeah,
you just say you
never.
wait,
Listen. You go home and you never speak one word of that ever again. Wipe it out of your memory. You understand? You got to live with it. Cause here's the thing. I understand where Ronan's hold on. I understand where Ronan's coming from, because you got to live with that. You got to live knowing that you did that.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying. You got that,
don't
bro.
say nothing.
And you liked it.
Nothing. You cannot tell your
Oh,
home.
hell no.
You cannot tell anyone. You cannot tell anyone. Well,
But at the same time, but here's the thing.
Nope.
My thing is this: what absolves you from it, Ron, is that you didn't know. It was all deception. You didn't know.
You can't unlike it.
No, what I know is it never happened.
Yeah,
Right,
exactly.
there you go.
Thank you. Exactly. Yeah. Can't justify that, bro.
Yeah, you can't. It's done. You liked it.
It's done.
I'm gonna need therapy after this show.
Call my primary care doctor on Monday. I do not feel safe out here.
Not at all. Not at all, man. That's crazy. Man. I couldn't do that, man.
Hey, this is rise of the Decepticons nowadays.
and Cindy Starr, the infamous transgender, she said it ain't gay for men to like trannies because they're officially women. Like, I'm just like,
bull to the shit.
Whatever, bro. Wherever, dude. Wherever, my guy. Wherever, homie. Wherever.
Right.
Ain't
Ain't that the same guy that claimed that she was with the R&B singer?
Chingy,
and wasn't it the other guy too?
Oh
yeah, he's an industry thought. He's an industry. So.
Yeah, damn. But damn.
I remember back then, like 10 years ago, it was a poll like who's the biggest industry dot with the most bodies? Cindy Starr or what's the name? That messed with the whole cast money. Called Cat Stacks.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember Cat Stacks back in the day. Like she admitted that she let the whole Cash Money, Cash Money, Young Money ran through her and everything. Yeah, 10 years ago. Yeah.
Who said this now?
Cat Stacks, the industry. She was like an industry hoe, like back in the day.
Yeah.
Late 2000, early 2010.
She's a trans?
No, she's an actual real woman, but she had multiple bodies. Like she ran through the whole Cash Money hits.
Yeah.
she was with them when they had their smash hits.
Smash hits.
You know what? Yeah. You know what, bro? You know what? That's so wrong, but I can't help but laugh, man.
She was part of the song on Bedrock while being in the song.
We're in dark territory now.
I'm just saying, hey, this is the freedom that they wanted. Like women, transgender. This is the freedom. I'm celebrating the freedom. Shout out to World Star.
It's gonna be hard. It's really gonna be hard seeing these new teenagers grow up.
Bro, I'm scared. I'm scared to have a daughter, bro. I'm scared. Bro.
Yeah.
What they gonna be bringing home? They're just gonna be bringing all kinds of stuff home.
No, it's the influence. It's the influence. It's not even just physically. It's on TV, music, and everything.
Yeah, all of it. Yeah. I mean, they already, and it's funny because even like in rap, they used to champion being, dope sellers. Now they champion being dope users, like actually being a junkie. They champion that. It's all in the music. So now when they talking about this sexual stuff, it's starting to get in there.
It's everywhere. Ice Spice.
It's gonna be, you got all these. Look, right now, their favorite rapper is that dude.
Yeah, Candy Boy.
Yeah, that Saucy Santana or whatever. That's
Lil Nas X. Like, it's accepted.
Lil Nas X is more pop.
Yeah, he's not really a rapper person. Like,
right.
I mean,
No,
Saucy Santana. Sorry.
I'm talking about this Saucy Santana. If you hear that nasty stuff that cat is saying, he's speaking as a woman and degrading the hell out of goddamn guys. And this dude, I seen an interview he was on. He was talking about how many guys he was sleeping with, that's rappers and stuff. I said, damn, this is what we got now.
What is his biggest fan base? Men and women?
Both.
Who said both?
I did. Both.
Men are equally. There's a lot of male.
You got to remember, we ain't talking about. We talk about young guys. They listen to that Saucy Santana. This motherfucker is making bread off of these hits. He get. They're actually considered hits.
Wait. I understand that the Gen Z is a different breed of men. I understand that's a different breed of men than the millennials than the X. I understand that. I don't hear young teenage boys or young early 20s men dudes like, yo, homie, you heard that new Santana? Yo, I'm about to play that shit right now. Come on, are you serious?
That would be my cue.
Because they don't listen to music like that. Man, it used to be when music was always played in loud in cars and stuff like that. Now everything is played in headphones. Everybody got them damn earpods and all of that shit, and all the music sounds the same. You don't know the difference between Saucy Santana and them other broads. We didn't even have, in my time, we didn't have a whole bunch of women that we be like, I'm bumping her. I wasn't bumping no damn Salt and Pepper, or I wasn't bumping no female rappers like that in my car.
I'm not a fan of female rappers like that.
Now you hearing dudes and they're playing, what's that girl name? And I understand they playing Glorilla. They playing, if you hear them, and you can tell that these girls ain't writing their own raps. These are guys that are writing these raps. So when you hear it, it doesn't sound like women are rapping. It sounds like the dudes that wrote the rap is rapping now. That's why they have it. Then you got this Saucy Santana dude that's rapping the same way that they're rapping, and the guys, they liking that shit.
Hey, fellas, I'm gonna get up out of here, man. Y'all be easy tonight.
My man.
Hey, look, when you out and about, I know you got a lady, so okay, we got to worry about you.
I'm about to head out too.
Because it's gonna get weird. Don't let it get weird when you try to sit on your beard. Them bars.
Hey, with that being said, I'm gone.
All right, man. And we're gonna shut it down anyway, man. So, guys, thank you guys for being here tonight, man. Having this conversation, man. They say, wait a minute. Polar Knight says, "Good morning from Norway." Hey, appreciate that, man. What's going on, Polar Knights? Appreciate it. I don't know if you're male or female, but thank you for being here. From
all right, Black Man, I'm finna head out. Thanks for having me.
All right, hey, Mandrea, Jergens got lotion with baby oil.
I got a lady.
Okay. I was just letting you know, man. Sometimes
you got a lady. So no. Here's the thing. I practice semen retention until it's time to do it. So that's discipline.
All right.
I know that's right. Come on, man, Israel.
Yeah, you got to discipline yourself. Yeah, I made a bunch of changes recently, man.
Man, you know what? I see it, Mandrell. I see it all up in your throat. Just
I put a little something.
What I mean, make sure everyone else sees it.
Absolutely, brother.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen.
Yeah.
So,
all right, man. Listen, we got a $10 super chat. Let me go ahead and give my boy something to listen to here for this $10 super chat, man. I appreciate you, my brother.
Yeah, I got you got little people like Sir Hill out there. Sir Hill, what's going on? It's not easy being a role model, black man. But when you're a role model, you got little punks like Sir Hill looking up to you. You know, little punks like Sir Hill looking up to you. It's all right. It's an all right feeling, man. You know. But one day, Sir Hill, one day you'll get like me. Won't be today, but one day.
One day.
I just want to throw that shout out there at him, man.
Well, I know for a fact that the lady I'm finna play right now is a lady, guys, so it's okay to admire God's creation. Just the $10 super chat. Here we go. Thank you for the $10 super chat, my brother. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate that. All right, man. So I'm gonna give everybody their final thoughts. And y'all got me over here, bro. I'm over here. I had to turn my camera off, bro. I was over here in tears.
You're crying.
Me too, bro. Earlier, bro. It's getting high in here too, bro.
Y'all crazy, man. So Polar Nights, he said, what time is it in Norway? He said good morning. Well, they said good morning. I wonder what time is it in Norway? Anybody know?
So I think they're about 6 hours ahead of us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
About 6 hours ahead of us.
All right. Well, make sure you hit that subscribe button, Polar Nights. But I appreciate that while you're in here, and from Twitch, appreciate that. All right. Harris Tribe Media is in here tonight. What's going on? What's going on? Oh, he says 4:38 in the morning.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, man. Well, I appreciate y'all, man. Mandra, I appreciate you, man. Go handle your business, brother. Hey, Mandra, I need to call you about something after the show, bro. I got to tell you something.
Call me right after.
All right. All right,
I got my phone right here. I'm ready.
All right. I'll call you. All right, man. So, guys, I appreciate you, man. Listen, thank you for being here tonight, Prime, man. I love to have you more often, brother. We do barbershop every Friday night, man, at 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, man. So if you want to hop in the barbershop on Friday, man, you'll see some familiar faces. JT will be there. Mandrea, Ronan will be there as well. Corey will be in the chat somewhere. But yeah, man. So we'll be here, brother. So until next time, man. I'll give my final thoughts and we all get out of here, man. Because I done laughed so much, my damn head hurting. Man, thank y'all. If y'all want to support the channel, the Cash App is at the bottom. If you want to send a super chat, do that as well. Make sure you catch us here on Monday for reactions. Guys, enjoy football tomorrow because it's going down. Yeah. Hold on. Polar Knight's got something to say. He said, hold on, I need to delete somebody. Twitch have a limit of 3,000. I can only at one given time. Oh, he said I deleted a girl doing squats for $1. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate it. But yeah, enjoy that football tomorrow. Before we go, I do want to get everybody predictions for tomorrow, man. Ronan, what are your predictions for tomorrow, man? Who you got in the FC?
I think I got Cincinnati and Niners in the Super Bowl.
Oh, all right. What you got, Prime?
I haven't really been keeping up. I would say I'll say KC and 49ers.
Man, JT?
Cincinnati 49ers, man. That's what I'm looking at too.
Corey?
You know I don't care. I just pick on the loser.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. I think it's gonna be Cincinnati and the Eagles. But I will say this: if Purdy, listen to me, if Purdy get them boys to the Super Bowl, they're gonna have a lot of questions to answer in the offseason.
Oh yeah.
Because how could you bench Purdy when he didn't went 10-0 for you?
Yep.
Let's just be real. So that's gonna be a real conversation to have when the season's over. So we'll see what happens. But again, man, thank you guys for being here. If you guys want to stick around, you can. We'll be in the back laughing up some more because you guys will have me rolling tonight. But we see you guys later, man. Peace.